It's been a roller coaster, but you stayed. And now I'm taking over for the day. Cause I can be what you wanna be. And I can feel, but you laugh at me. Either way to leave my fantasy. Show you, baby, my hands all over me. No, I'll never let go. I just wanna see.
Hello everyone, good evening and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be making this video. I've not made this kind of video in a long time, and if you guys know me very well, I love making this kind of video. So today I'll be sharing with you guys the things I heard about Finland that I found out not to be true. Before I came, I did some kind of googling and all that. I spoke to some people. I heard a lot of things. Some of them were unbelievable and some of them were shocking, and some were just raised some curiosity in me. I was like, wow, this is interesting. I want to know if it's true or not. And some of them put some fears in my heart and made me like wanted to change my mind and all that. Yeah, but I'm glad I didn't, because after I got here, I realized that those things that I heard, most of them are not true at all. So that's why I'm making this video. Let's get right into it. Number one was that Finland is in the middle of nowhere. So before I came, I spoke to one of my colleagues. Actually, his brother was in Sweden, so I thought maybe he knows something. Maybe his brother has told him something. I said, well, do you know anything about Finland? What do you think? I'm going to study there. He said, what? My brother is in Sweden. I said, yes, I know. He said, well, it's like in the middle of nowhere. So because his brother was there, I kind of like believed when he was saying all that Finland is in the middle of nowhere, and it's just Finland and Sweden, and then it's cut out from the rest of Europe. So there's this general wrongful thinking that Europe is basically Italy and Spain and Germany, all these popular countries, and then smaller countries like Sweden and Finland they're like away, very far away. So that was the first impression, that it's in the middle of nowhere. So that made me feel a little bit afraid, like, oh my god, it's in the middle of nowhere. But actually I found out that is not true. Finland does not share borders only with Sweden. There is also Russia by the side, there is Estonia, and then there is Norway. So it's quite easy to access other countries. Like if you want to go to Germany, it's about 2 hours by flight, and if you want to go to London, it's about 2 to 3 hours, and then to Spain is about 4 hours. So it's not in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so that was number one. Number two was that Finland is the coldest place in the world. So before I came, I said, I don't know what is wrong with me when I want to like talk to people and ask them their experiences and all that. Maybe that was what put me in line for all this information. Because when I was coming, there's on my street, there's some group of boys that or men that they have traveled like far and wide, so they know about these things. So when I told one of my friends, I told him that I'm going to Finland to study. He said, what? That is so cold. Yeah, just like Iceland. I said, no, it's not Iceland, it's Finland. He said, no, that's the coldest part of the world. That's very, very cold, you know. When he said that, I'm like, no, I know it's cold, but it's not as cold. He said, yeah, Finland, Iceland. He just immediately connected Finland to Iceland. I'm like, okay, you can say maybe Snowland, but not Iceland. It's not Iceland. Iceland is another country. He said, yes, he knows, but Finland, Iceland, they are all cold. That was what he said. So, and because of his experience, I just got a little bit discouraged. I've bought my ticket. I've taken leave of study from work. I've rented out my apartment. So everything was ready. I've gotten my visa, you know, so there was no going back for me. One of my friend's elder brother is in Helsinki, so she gave me his number and I called him, and then he said, what, you're going to Rovaniemi? That is like so cold place. So he was kind of confirming what the other guy said, and it made me more afraid. But I came here and I found out that it's not the coldest place in the world. Even if Rovaniemi can be cold, but sometimes we do have so we have summer like every other place. We do have summer, and it's warm, it's okay. We are not freezing, we are fine. So yeah, it's not the coldest place in the world. Number three is that the Finns are unfriendly. Okay. This actually no one told me, because most of my friends haven't been to Finland, so they didn't know about it. So this was what I discovered for myself when I was going through Google problem. You know, when I was googling, and then I just saw a lot of articles on the Finnish stereotypes and how they are quite unfriendly and they don't laugh at all, you know. So these are the things that I read. That was the night before I came. That was when I was going through all that, and I'm like, oh my god, because I'm the kind of person that laughs all the time and just smile at everyone and all that. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a huge thing for me, you know. I hope that it's not as bad as they make it sound. So when I got here, at first, my first few weeks, I was like, oh wow, maybe it's true. But it took time for me to understand that it's not like that. They are not unfriendly. Yeah, when you arrive here for the first time, because they don't know you're a stranger, it may seem a little bit like people are unwelcoming to you, like they are so serious looking. Some people look quite serious, you know, just going after their business. Everybody's minding their business. So if you are the kind of person that is like all over the place, it may look it may seem a little bit difficult for you, and then you think, oh, these people are unfriendly. But they're not unfriendly. When you need help, or you want to talk to someone about something, or when the place is right, maybe at a party or so, you can actually get to talk to people, or at your workplace, you can get to make friends, talk to people. You can see that they are quite very friendly. It just takes time. It may be a little bit more time it takes compared to what you're used to back in your home country. The fourth one is that Finnish language is very difficult. I found that out on Facebook. I had this learning Finnish Facebook group, and everybody was saying that. Before I came to Finland, I already joined the group because I wanted to learn the language. I'm not so good at learning languages, and I wanted to learn the language, so I joined the group, and then people were saying there that Finnish is the most difficult language to learn and all that. So I had that mentality before I even came here, that Finnish is the most difficult language because of what I read on the group. At the university, they had this Finnish for foreigners, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I started taking the courses, and it was so difficult. It was so difficult to understand, like some of the rules and all that. But along the line, judging from what I noticed, and up to now as I'm talking to you today, I would say that Finnish is easy to learn. You just need to understand the rules. There are lots of rules. You just follow them, and then they're logical. It's like playing chess, you know. You apply the rules that are kind of stable and logical. If they have exceptions, there are quite very few exceptions. It can be difficult sometimes, though, like some things are quite hard to understand, and there are no explanations for some things. Sometimes something is this way, and then you ask why is it, and no one can tell you why. They just tell you 60. Well, it's just like that, you know. But you have no there's no explanation for that. And also, I think the language is quite interesting to learn. There are some phrases that are quite fun to learn. Like example, as a standard Finnish, what are you guys doing? It's translated in Finnish to mitä te teette? Mitä te teette? Sorry. So it's quite fun because you read some phrases that are quite fun, and some words are quite long, and then you just can't pronounce them. But apart from that, generally it is a fun language to learn. It's interesting to learn. So you just have to put your mind to it, and then just learn it, understand the rules, and then the main thing is to just speak it. Just speak it, even if it's like I try to tell myself. Even if it's not correct, speak it. People understand what you're saying, and then they will correct you. So yeah, that is it. It's doable. It can be learned. It's not the most difficult language in the world. Number 5 is that you need to speak Finnish to survive in Finland. That is not true. That was one of the first information I got. Somebody was saying, well, I heard at that place they don't speak English, that you need to speak Finnish to survive. That is not true. Most people here speak English relatively well, apart from some very old people. Even some old people speak English as well. So you can get a job without the Finnish language. Depends on the kind of job and the city as well. But of course, it's advisable to learn the language because things will be easier for you. In case you find yourself in the store and then you need to buy something and it's written in Finnish, so you can easily buy what you need and make life easier for yourself. And also in the working environment, the official language is Finnish, so it's good to learn Finnish. So yes, you can survive in Finland, without speaking Finnish, but it's advisable to learn the language to make things easier for you. So these are the things I heard about Finland. I found that not to be true. I'll be making a video shortly about the things I heard about Finland before I came, and I found out that they are true, absolutely true. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I love making this kind of videos. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed shooting it, and if you did, I'd like to give it a thumb up. Thank you. And if this is your first time, please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button beside it so you know when I have a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you all in my next one.
Show you crave your